Welcome. This is a soulmate reading. It is for Wednesday or whenever you're watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel. So let's pick a couple of oracle cards first and see what message we get here as an overall energy. So it's for a soulmate reading, or it could be any relationship in your life. Right, we have two cards. Let's see what these are about. So, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you are guided to take. Now, the key words in that, I think, are it is worth taking the steps that you are guided to take, right? And that means guided by spirit, doesn't it? You know, oh my God. This is a long-term relationship, okay? Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. So, I mean, if it's not a lover that you're thinking about, but it's something to do with a family member or a friend, you know, this is a long-term connection. This is a connection with somebody where there is definitely, spirit is saying this is long-term, okay? And you have to take the steps that you're guided to take. Now, what I'm getting shown with that is specifically, sometimes spirit is guiding us to take steps that are not very easy to take, but they are very important steps as part of the overall process of a connection staying in a proper alignment, you know. And you can't make a situation work when you know it's not in true alignment. If that connection needs to continue because it's in your divine plan to be a long-term connection, long-term, then certain steps need to be followed to keep that connection in a long-term, in an aligned energy, So that is what spirit is talking about here. Mystery. You've got High Priestess energy. This is a powerful energy. There's mystery around things at the moment. There's mystical energies happening behind the scenes. You don't really know how things are going to come to fruition at the moment, but somehow they are going to come to fruition, and somehow you just know that they will. So I feel you're being shown signs and visions from spirit about exactly what is going to happen. You've got the Maiden, which is, I have to say, one of the most beautiful energies in, I know I say it about a lot of the energies in this deck because a lot of them are so beautiful, but this is really one of the most beautiful, the Maiden. It's a very innocent, lovable energy. It's the pure heart chakra energy, and every fairy in fairy kingdom loves this fairy. So this is your heart chakra vibration shining, and somebody knows your worth and your value. So let's go a bit deeper into this and let's see, you know, what we're getting here. So the recent past, you may have lost your confidence a little bit with this connection or with the current situation in your life. Let's see why. You sort of disconnected from yourself and you weren't putting yourself first, you know. So it's kind of thrown you out of alignment. A situation has thrown you out of alignment. I feel it's a particular person or a particular situation that's thrown you out of your alignment, and it maybe made you wobble or feel shaky or feel out of sorts or unconfident in yourself. Now, what's going on at the moment? A decision needs to be made in your life, but there's delays. There is actual delays around this decision being made. Let's see why that is. Well, it's because you have to get into your energetic alignment, you see. Two of Wands reversed. This is a lack of alignment again. So you've got two cards straight away showing that the reason why something hasn't manifested, I don't really like the word manifested, but because it's already predestined. But the reason why something hasn't come to fruition is because your energy has not been properly aligned to source consciousness. You've allowed a person or a group of people to pull your energy out of its proper alignment. And until that your energy comes in alignment with that of source consciousness, this situation can't come to fruition. Now, the person you think about is on a new journey. They're at the new beginning here. Now, this person does have a positive message for you. This person's probably super excited about life. They may be easily distracted. This is somebody who's quite immature spiritually. They've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands together. Now, they're quite childlike or immature, so it depends on your person how that, you know, shows itself. But this person can be quite lovable because of, obviously, they've got this attractive, it's a very attractive energy at times. I mean, they might not be always attractive, especially when they're having a tantrum like an immature person would. Then they could be quite repelling in their energy. But in any case, the person you think about, they are sort of trying to start from scratch with their life. I think they've realised that they've mucked up. I think they realise that they've made mistakes. And now it's like they're thinking, right, I need to kind of start fresh. And they're probably quite busy. They're probably easily distracted, like I said, with lots of different things going on. But the good thing is, I don't think this person holds any malice for you at all. Yeah, I think this person's really, you know, they've carried a lot of baggage. And, you know, that baggage that they were carrying, it's just like their negative karmas and their kinds of like ego. And pain body. They've got a lot of pain body. Where they were carrying a lot of that stuff, it made them quite resistant to you because, how can I put this in the nicest way? They're quite selfish. This person's quite selfish and they were too busy thinking about their own problems and their own baggage. But now Tarot is showing that they're realising they need to actually sort themselves out and actually think a bit more clearly about things with you, because they've been so wrapped up in their own issues that they sort of neglected you and they weren't putting you first. They were just putting themselves first before everything else. Yeah, they're basically realising that they need to be a bit more solid and stable and consistent. They've got Knight of Pentacles energy, so this is good. I think they're realising that really they can't carry on like they were, because being so selfish and egotistical and wrapped up in their own pain, you know, it's sort of like they're going to lose you really. They're probably losing other people in their life. And now they're realising they need to kind of step up and be a bit more like reliable and try to do some good in their life, because I think they are quite immature. I do feel like that with what I'm getting shown in these cards. So how they feel at the moment is this person's very sensitive, right? They've got this energy here, Queen of Cups reversed. You know, they're very sensitive. They don't want to show their sensitivities to you. Do you see what I mean? They want to keep that under wraps. And that's not good. It's not healthy, because, you know, you don't get to see the real person underneath. Now, they've got the Six of Pentacles, so they're obviously realising that they do want reciprocation between you and them, and I think they don't just want to take from you anymore. They want to give back to you. But I think they've got a lot of pride, so I think you'll find that they won't really necessarily reach out apologising, or they won't reach out as quickly as they probably should, because they've still got a lot of that pride and they don't want to make themselves look weak. But they obviously do realise they want to, you know, they want to have a reciprocal connection with you. Now, they've got here the Five of Pentacles. So how they're planning on moving forwards is, like I said, they're playing their cards very close to their chest. They still perceive themselves to be abandoned, rejected. They see themselves as a victim, okay? And it's pretty... it's just a sign of where their level of consciousness is. They're not a very conscious person. You're more conscious than they are. And they feel sorry for themselves, you know. So they're very stubborn about how to move the connection with you forward. Whether this is a friend, a family member or a lover, this person will be very, like, holding back into how, like, they want to have a connection with you. They want to have a relationship with you. But they don't want to, they want it to just almost just be fun. They want to just have a carefree approach. But the thing is, it's not really as simple as that, is it? Because, you know, they shut down from you and they've not really apologised or made any decent decisions. So it's not as simple as them just being able to be stubborn and wait for you to connect. Yeah, they've got the World card reversed. So Spirit is showing that I think this person's starting to realise that they need to sort of step up to you, right? But they, you know, they're sort of putting it off. That's what I feel. I think they're putting it off because they've got pride, they've got ego, and they tend to see themselves as the victim in life. But it's like Spirit is pressuring this person to step forward and take action and reach out to you. And I don't think they're feeling too happy about that feeling. And they're sort of putting it off, like I said. And, you know, they don't have to do very much, really, to, you know, improve the situation between you. But they're holding it off. So, what's hidden that you don't see? Okay, so this is interesting. 9 of Cups reverse. What's hidden that you don't see? They're still not connecting to themselves. Oh, they're in denial. I'm going to be honest with you. This person's definitely in denial. They don't want to admit that they've buggered up. Oh, that's probably not the right choice of words, sorry. They don't want to admit that they've screwed up. They've screwed up big time. And they don't want to admit it to you, right? And what's going to happen is they're going to sort of like just have a wake-up call. And they're going to realise, oh dear, if I don't take action and kind of step forward, you know, I'm probably going to lose this person out of my life altogether. So I think they're going to put it off. And then they're just going to wake up one day or something's going to happen and they're just going to suddenly feel very reactive and they're going to feel this like immense urge to contact you. Because that is definitely somebody triggered. Now, the advice from Spirit is don't make this easy for this person. And I know that sounds a bit harsh, but, you know, you've got the Three of Pentacles here. Spirit is sort of saying, you know, that it's in reverse. You know, don't be overly cooperative with this person. They have shut off from you. They've not admitting to you their faults, their responsibilities, where they've screwed up, their apologies. You know, they haven't really taken that seriously and laid it out on the table. You both know that this is the case. So Spirit is saying, don't make it easy for them. Don't like do too much to make it easy, because you sort of need, because they've shut down from you, you now need to shut down from them a little bit. And that's why I think that first card was basically saying, you know, great love is worth taking the steps that you are guided to take. And I said right at the beginning of the reading, sometimes that means taking steps that don't feel very nice, because you're a spiritual person, you're a good person, you live from the heart chakra, you know, and you know, it's hard to sometimes shut down, especially when you know that there is an eternal link between you and this person, whether that's friendship, family, or love, you know. But Spirit is advising you to do this, you know. Don't make it easy. Step back. Don't put out an olive branch, you know. You have to now let them feel the feelings they need to feel. And I know that's not easy, but it is necessary. Because you've got to break your karmic patterns. You've got the Justice card in reversed. If you don't sort of stop making it easy, you're just never going to break this karmic pattern. Because you've got karmic patterns of people pleasing, or, you know, overly compensating, making excuses for them, being very empathic, you know. And this is where the line, it gets drawn, really, because it's not about their life, it's about your life, and it's about what karmic patterns are you here to break. So Spirit is saying, you know, you're on the verge of breaking a karmic pattern, and that's going to be a really good thing for you. So you've got to be very firm at the moment and pull back. Don't make things easy for this person. I know it sounds really nasty. But I just have to say it as it is. And it is a mystery, because you're not making it easy for them, and you're not doing the normal things that you would do to reach out to them or be extra nice. Like, there's a mystery, because you're thinking, well, how the hell is this connection going to come back together? But I tell you why, because you primarily have to get your energy in the right alignment. And this person or situation has pulled your energy out into the wrong alignment. And that's why, it's, you know, if you're bending over backwards for somebody and being too nice to them, you're not owning your authentic vibration, and you're pulling your vibration out of alignment just to please them. How's that connection going to really truly flow? Because it's not coming from consciousness, is it? It's not coming from source. You know, it's just coming from like your ego wanting to cling onto an attachment. It's the wrong vibration. So Spirit is just basically saying, pull back, don't make it easy for them. You're going to break a karmic pattern, which is much more important. So don't even think about this person. The outcome card is the Queen of Swords, and we have had this quite a lot lately about taking our power back, being more boundaried, being more clear, and that's kind of basically what's happening. And it's up to this person whether they can handle it. This person, I think, is probably really, really shocked. You're dealing with somebody who is very dominant generally. They've got the Emperor and they've got the King of Swords reversed. Emperor reversed basically doesn't feel well respected. So this person is basically, you know, they don't feel respected because you are being very, very clear that you just won't accept this anymore. You won't accept them dominating anymore. And you won't run around after them to make them happy anymore, because they don't deserve it. They've not been open with their feelings. They've been shut off from the heart chakra. They've made mistakes that they haven't apologised for. They've not taken responsibility, and they've seen themselves as a victim. They've been very much an ego, and they haven't come from the heart and met you halfway. So, you know, you have to be boundaried now, because you're breaking your karmic patterns and saying, no, I won't accept this anymore. And, you know, they do feel disrespected because of it, and they also feel quite disarmed. King of Swords is very clear-minded and knows what to do, and is quite cold at times, but not nasty, just cold, because they're very clear in their mind about what they want and what they're going to do. But this is in reverse. So I think not only they feel disrespected by you because you're not doing the things you normally do, but then it's kind of making them confused. They can't think clearly because they're just not used to you being so brutal, and they can't think clearly, and then it's like they don't really know what action to take at the moment. They don't really know what to do about it, so they're disarmed. You see what I mean? But then what we've got, which you won't believe, Ace of Cups. That was the other card to come out. In the middle of the King of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed was the King of Cups, Ace of Cups. So how is that possible? Weird. You know, this is showing that they're gonna feel their feeling for you, their care for you, because, you know, they've got no choice. They've got no choice because you're not making it easy for them anymore. You're taking the steps that you're guided to take by spirit, and then they basically have to face their feelings, because it's like if they don't, they're going to lose you. So they've got no choice. They have to do this. Let's pick a couple of relationships cards. I'm ignoring other people. So they're not looking to replace you. They can't replace you with anybody else. They still see you as a very important person in their life, you know. We've also got here the message about friendship. We've got manifesting miracles. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship. Your love life will dramatically improve. I think that's the best way to go with this person. You don't have to be nasty. If they do communicate with you, you can just be more like a friend and just be like, hey, you know, how are you? But just not really saying very much, because why should you say very much to this person at this given time? You're being guided not to make it easy for them. This is a long-term connection, but they need to figure that out, because they just have taken advantage of you, I feel. And they just kind of try to revert into immature behaviours and doing loads of different things and being stubborn and not wanting to open up about their feelings or what they've done wrong, and they sort of just think that they can hide and be stubborn. But in actual fact, you know, it doesn't really work like that, does it? And so you're now laying down your boundaries and saying, no, I'm not going to make this easy for you. If you want a continued connection with me, you're going to have to be more real. And they're going to be more real because they sort of wake up and they realise, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? The old ways I usually would worm around this person isn't really working. You've got here manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Okay, so it's good, isn't it, really? There's two cards that explicitly say you have to follow the guidance of spirit. Because you know in your heart you're not happy with this. And you just have to get back in your alignment, back in your heart chakra vibrations. And basically that is enough energy to pull them back in, because they can feel how beautiful your energy is. You know, you have got a beautiful energy. And we've even got Paul the Venetian, which is heart chakra based energy. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So you are pulling in love here. You know, Ace of Cups, you know, a long-term connection. So I think that reading is really very clear. It's for the soulmate or some other kind of connection in your life. I would say to you, don't make it easy. You don't have to do very much at all. This person's going to come back in and put out an olive branch and basically like just be really calm about it. And the other thing is to just concentrate at the moment on your own energy and making sure that you're very heart aligned. You're not allowing this person or situation to pull you out of your alignment anymore. You know, that you're just shining the light of source, you know, because that's really what you're here to do. And that's the energy that you give out, and that's the energy that this person really likes about you, and that's why they don't really want to lose you. So just be that love, and then, you know, they can't really carry on like they are, can they? So that's the message, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you'd like a one-to-one tarot, I'm here. Just contact me, and I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace, wherever you are on Gaia.